Hello and welcome to my Club World Cup final prediction between Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain. Before we do jump into my prediction for the final of the Club World Cup, we will quickly revisit the semi-finals and then the knockout phase and how these teams got here. So let's just jump straight into the review of the semi-finals and the knockout phase. So quickly, just recapping the semi-finals then, and it finished Fluminense 0, Chelsea 2, and PSG battering Real Madrid by 4-0. Chelsea quite convincingly beating Fluminense. Thiago Silva against his former team losing. Of course, Fluminense did kind of put up a fight in that one, 12 shots to the 17 for them in that one. They did okay. Chelsea were quite dominant in the end towards the back end of the game. I think Fluminense might have just run out of a bit of steam. They did try and push for that second goal, and that kind of opened them up when João Pedro scored both goals. A brilliant signing for Chelsea, that looks like, and should be good in the Premier League this season. Stats-wise, I mean, we've just run through the stats. Chelsea were quite dominant, but Fluminense did give them a game. It's good to see those South American sides giving the Premier League sides a go, or the European sides as we know it. Go into the other semi, it was PSG absolutely obliterating Real Madrid. 4-0. PSG are just the best team in Europe by an absolute mile at the moment, aren't they? Real Madrid, again, not really gelling under Xabi Alonso. He's still got to bide his time to come in, of course. But PSG absolutely battering them. 2-0 up in 9 minutes, 3-0 up in 24 minutes. And then Gonzalo Ramos rounding off a brilliant display from Paris Saint-Germain in that one. They dominated the game, 70 shots to 11, 2.5 XG. Real Madrid only on the 0.6. Real Madrid only having 2 shots on target all game and having 0 big chances. PSG absolutely brilliant win for them. You'd say they're favourites. Chelsea probably can't beat PSG, but I would love for Chelsea to win the Club World Cup as Brit, and we'd like to see some of the English teams doing well in the European tournaments or world tournaments, apart from Man City because they're just buy everything. PSG 4, Real Madrid 0, and Fluminense 0, Chelsea 2, and that is the recap of the semis. And then we take a look at the knockout round overall, of course. We start with Inter losing to Fluminense. Eventually, Fluminense did get to the semis by beating Al Hilal. Then Al Hilal beating Manchester City in that absolutely bonkers game. Palmeiras beat Botafogo, the battle of the two Brazilian sides, and then Chelsea battered Benfica by 4-1. Other side of the draw, Dortmund beat Monterrey 2-1, another tight game between a European side and a South American side. So what we like to see competitiveness in this Club World Cup. Real Madrid against Juventus. Real Madrid won that by a 0-0. A very tight game over Juve. I'm not sure what they were doing in the Club World Cup. Bayern beat Flamengo by 4-2. A good win for Bayern in that one, just falling short of PSG in the quarters, who beat Inter Miami in the round of 16 quarters. We go Fluminense beat Al Hilal quite convincingly. Palmeiras losing to Chelsea. And then the other side of the draw, classic between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, 3-2 in that one for Real Madrid, and PSG beating Bayern quite comfortably. And then the semis we've just glossed over, Fluminense 0, Chelsea 2, and PSG 4, Real Madrid 0. That is how this has led to a Chelsea Paris Saint-Germain final. Let me know down in the comments who you would like to win this final. I'm sure most of you will want Chelsea to win, as PSG are starting to control Europe and the world by the looks of it. So let's just jump straight into my final prediction for the Club World Cup. So into the final itself then, and it is Chelsea taking on Paris Saint-Germain, of course. These two sides are on brilliant form. They've been brilliant throughout this whole Club World Cup campaign. Chelsea have actually had a decent defence. So PSG haven't conceded a goal since that 1 goal to Botafogo. They've only conceded 1 goal all tournament. Chelsea have conceded, apart from that game to Flamengo, they've been pretty good, haven't they? This one's taking place in the New Jersey at the MetLife Stadium. Any injuries on the side? I don't think there's going to be any Gittins, maybe. I don't think there's going to be any Badia Shio, no Fofana. That might be a bit of a miss defensively for Chelsea. But they've also got, they probably won't have Noni Madueke. I think he's rumoured to go to Arsenal, I've read this morning. Last time they did play was in a Champions League final stage. I'm not sure what that was. PSG did win that game. I do remember that game. I think it was 2-1 both legs. Yeah, it was. So yeah, last time they played was in the Champions League and PSG got over the line. I think that was when Gus Hiddink was in charge of Chelsea. Not sure who was in charge of Paris Saint-Germain. Ibrahimovic scored that day. Laurent Blanc was in charge. Before that, they played in a pre-season tournament and then they drew before that with PSG going through in extra time. Chelsea, they have proven they can win a Champions League or two. They have the experience. PSG won it this year. So it's the Champions League winners against some former Champions League winners. Chelsea have done very, very well to get here. I don't know who I'm going to back on this one. This might be a bit of a tight one to call, in my opinion. But I think I am good about PSG, but I'm not sure what by yet. Got too much quality. Doué, Dembele, you name it. Fabian Ruiz is great. Gonzalo Ramos, Kvaratskhelia, Neves and Vitinha in midfield. Donnarumma in net. They're a brilliant, brilliant side. As for Chelsea, they have João Pedro, who's been firing the goals, Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto, Enzo Fernandez. They've still got a very young team that is definitely growing. I am good about Paris Saint-Germain in this one, though. I think it'll be tight, but I think they'll get over the line. I'm going back Paris Saint-Germain for a 2-1 win in this one. I think it'll be a bit tighter than some of the other games just because it is a final. But look, saying that, what did they do to Winter? Absolutely thrashed them 5-0. So yeah, I'm just good about PSG to beat Chelsea in this one by 2-1 and win and lift the Club World Cup. Thank you very much for watching my Club World Cup final prediction. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And yeah, I'll speak to you on the next one, which will be a Championship rumour roundup. I was going to do that yesterday, but just didn't have the time yesterday, unfortunately. So yeah, that'll probably be tomorrow. So yeah, I'll speak to you on the next one.